I don't know what I'm doing. Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Ah, eh, eh. Hi Mari, how are you? I'm ready. I don't really remember what happened. I think the last thing that happened was Emmy, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, Rin. Okay. Okay. Do you wanna be in VC with me and then yell at your yell at me while there's stuff happening? Perfect.
What's up?
Stop.
What's up?
Stop. Now I can do this.
Now you can.
I can do that if it's easier for you, or you can just.
Oh my god, the latency.
What?
You're like 5 seconds behind.
Good.
I need to turn stream volume down.
Good.
I don't like hearing myself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing myself either. I realized though, all of the like 3 episodes of me playing this on Twitch is not saved at all,
No!
and it won't let me download them.
Why?
So they're gonna be lost forever. But I started streaming them on YouTube and Twitch, so it'll be
Oh, they'll be
fine.
saved on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll just
well,
be on this
the
thing.
last episode, but not anymore.
Oh, you best save them.
I'll try.
You better.
2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of a head nurse and his fox-like grin. I don't remember what I gave this guy as a voice.
The nurse had like a nice, like soothing voice.
Mr. Naki, why is the fucking sound so loud? What is happening? I can't get back in. It won't let me do anything.
Oh, it's Rin, your best voice yet.
I am not allowed to pause this game, I guess.
Your best voice yet, it's Rin.
No. The game broke.
That's it. Oh no!
Oh, there we go. Finally. Oh, where's the... Why is the music so loud? What the fuck?
I turned stream volume down so I can't even hear it.
It's so fucking loud in my ears. It's so fucking loud.
I can't hear the music because I'm watching. I'm just doing everything on my phone right now, so I was hearing you twice. Me.
He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, and then turns to me because obviously it's me who he has come business for. Here is something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait. I can't deal with how loud this is. The music is dead now. The music is dead to me.
No music. No.
I nod impatiently because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin. What? Oh, doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects which might occur, adjusting dosages or even changing other medications. So we will do a few tests regularly, but what I want from you is to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything, and come see me if anything happens. All right? So, how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the floor. What? My brain is not working right now.
He dropped the can to the floor.
Yeah. Drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too, and teachers, students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school, except this school.
It's a school full of
yeah.
people.
You can call it what it is.
Yeah, it's a full
you know what
problems from. I went to a special school.
You know what Katawa Shoujo means?
Doesn't it mean like disabled something?
Yeah, it means disabled girls. It's so fucked up.
Damn, I should go here and get pushed off a roof by glasses boy.
This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the same school. This is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, and I give generic answer anyway. What did you just say? What did you just say to me?
Just straight up ignored the nurse.
I like how Rin's just deadpan, like staring into the distance.
She's like, I ain't here for this shit.
That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor the pool, so I'd like to know if you've taken up exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off at the track since the very first day.
I thought he wasn't allowed because he gets heart attacks.
No, he is. He's supposed to exercise. He's supposed to not overexert himself. You have people spying on me? Not as such, just happen to know a few people, but that's not the issue here. So
My
why don't you
sources tell
try
me.
to slip out of it? Well, well, as I was actually just doing some improv weightlifting as an exercise. Yeah, I don't believe that I was weightlifting as an exercise. I don't believe that, Hasao. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times, like a sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it was weighing down on my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, could you give us a second? He gets really close and he starts fucking screaming at me.
He just starts mouth breathing directly into your mouth.
No, please. He's just like, no, you need to breathe.
It's like that Steven video of the CPR song in the background.
I throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
I'm obsessed with that video. I don't
I.
understand.
He was fucking screaming.
Conrad told
Poor
me to stop.
Steven. Poor Steven.
Poor Steven, but everybody in the comments was like, I'm convinced Steven made this himself.
I bet you he did. I bet you he did. I love him.
Dude, I love Steve. Have you watched Dish Granted yet? It's so good.
I haven't. Oh yeah, I've watched the first 2 episodes.
Isn't he so cute?
He's so
like
cute. He tries so much.
He's the baby of the group.
He's trying. He's such a good boy.
I know, I wanna hug him. Okay, carry on. You went off track.
It's okay. Everything I do is off track.
Yeah, but I just love Steve.
The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Ren's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, but drags me aside.
Okay, I thought you were told you foot then. I was like, what?
Bruh. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still in your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It's the same with everything like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on?
Say yeah, okay. Let's not piss off the nurse.
Really?
We'll euthanize you and your son.
Really? Okay. I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
I'm just.
Well, actually,
Are you so?
With Shy Girl be on the tracks now? Footless will be.
Just a second. There's somebody texted me that's important.
Tracks, but Footless will be on the tracks. Let's just go with yeah, why not? Don't doubt yourself, Mariah. It's okay.
I'm sorry. This is like important. My mom messaged me.
No, you're totally good. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's good. She I don't know if she's taken the test, but she thinks she's got COVID too.
Well, she's been with your dad, so probably.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, Hank Green keeps posting about Garfield, and I'm like, I can't escape.
I hope he too is in the Garfield.
I should invite him.
Okay.
Hank Green is everyone's biology teacher. We love him.
So, not to steer you away, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that it's if you say maybe, is you get Hisako.
Okay, maybe it is.
Or Hanako. I'm sorry. I'm dumb.
Maybe it is then, and then next time we'll say yes and go Footless.
Yes, I love Footless. Footless is my favorite, other than Hanako.
Hisako, what's your favorite?
It's really hard because they're both beautiful. I love them both.
So many anime girls.
Maybe no.
So hard to choose.
I mean,
just say maybe.
He gives me a nasty sort of look when I say that, making me try to take back the word. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to the school. I promise I'll try, though. You're not being very convincing here, Hisao. Tip number one: medical professionals are not amused if you take their advice lightly. He's like angry. Look at him.
Dude, look at his face. Why are his eyes closed?
I wonder if I can play music now. Or
Why is he counting to 10? He's
okay,
like,
okay.
breathe in.
Music is not killing me. No, I'm safe.
Yeah.
What's up with him? As if a day or two would make much of a difference. I didn't do anything at the hospital either. Yeah, okay, sorry. He studies me for a moment, then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more than like it. Oh, the music is loud as fuck again. Please, why? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as loud as fuck. I'm just gonna...
Why don't you put non-copyright music in the background instead?
No, no, I'm not allowed. This is a beautiful game.
The music is killing you, Connor.
I have to. I have to. I have to deal with it, Mari. This is the only way. It's the only way to survive in this world.
It's dealing with it.
If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, I'll meet you. You'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering a consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation?
What for?
I'll see you around. He leaves with a wave of his hand to Rin, who has been waiting idly, leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. I feel like Rin is me.
Just stares at it, drooling.
Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Oh god, what was her voice?
It was very nice, was like, soft, deep, and soft.
Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Is that cute? That's close, but that I had more like a female voice. Were you listening?
Yes, I was listening.
No, you weren't.
No. No.
Fuck you, Ben.
Oh, Ben.
Who? It comes out more acoustic.
Wow, wait, Ben actually made it to a VC?
Acoustically than I intended.
Whoa, Ben.
Accidentally lashing out at her. But even so, I don't want to start talking about it. I just met her, I don't know her, and it is none of her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality, too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. I feel like there is something inexplicable, inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart. Will they make you better? No, I can't get that voice again. I'm gonna have to listen to it because I loved the voice that I had before.
It was such a nice voice that you gave her as well. It was like kind of deep, but it was like a female voice, but it was kind of deep and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just corpse husband now. Okay.
I'm cheating by looking at my my stream last time.
You're gonna have to do that for every character.
I'm going to. I need to. I love Rin's voice. I love Rin. Okay, I kind of figured it out. No, not really. They just make a little bit less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a little while, then neither says anything further nor displays any type of emotion that I can discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm not quite used to all this. Why are you saying bruh? At the hospital. I'm not cheating. What am I cheating? I'm cheating on her voice? Fuck you. At the hospital, it was easy, but I haven't sorted my feelings out having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Rin leads us towards the dorm. Why are you posting that belly? I don't understand. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built to slightly elevated ground with a wall, left a few trees that everyone has to do a circle around every time they come or go. It is probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall is made up some kind of bricks as the building itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick drawn lines with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands, and I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall.
Whoa, drink it.
See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from the art class are helping with the negative spaces and base. Don't fucking sneeze while I'm trying to
Sorry, I'm sorry!
The guys from the art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint a big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent, weaving a little with her arm or whatever of it actually is to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around and makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of a student's base. Special properties has in the past few days. My brain is shutting down, Mari. I don't know why.
Real. Is my stupid spreading?
Oh no, it's spreading overseas.
It's the sneezes, man. The sneezes of doom.
I sneezed before the stream, so we're equal now.
I'll give you it.
This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already. She just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure out from there before it is too late and all hope is lost.
A lot of figuring out to do.
I fucking love Rin so much. Why would the
She's
hope
very
be lost?
Existential.
She is. Because the paint has to be painted and then there has to dry and then it has to be painted over with a kind of other paint. It takes time.
You know?
She finally stops, apparently thinking she's made some kind of a statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, is this your project? You did this? Yes, yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectnesses. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I am way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward.
Yep.
Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? with my feet. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that kind of hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyways, I don't think it is. But maybe I'm just used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either.
She's straight up feeding herself with her toes, like
toe time. This is the foot fetish girl.
Instead of tea time, it's toe time.
Neither of us has anything more to add on the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat if it's not like this after all. What? I don't know how to read. But it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in the dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are no substance, no meat, where should be some.
Like your chest?
Like your chest? Jesus Christ, man. I know a few girls who.
Oh, she knows a few girls with flat chests.
Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that and saying, "Suit yourself," but without saying it, looks up at the sky as if trying to look at something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with these paints, I could do a little before it gets too dark. I wanted to.
Nice joke.
Oh, use a hand. I could use a hand.
Sorry, I can't hear Ben. Ben's like 2 rooms away from his microphone
it's
right
okay.
now.
He's always like in the laundry room while he's trying to talk with his fucking
He's like
computer in his
not
room.
even in the same building as his microphone right now.
I'm not even real. I'm just all in Connor's head.
Jesus. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project and every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be any help though. It's just mixing some paint so that you could do that, probably. Do you have any motor control problems? Like, you know, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. A heart thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits on the empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between her toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into a shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly to each other and form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Ellipses. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in their head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants the precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add a half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add? no idea. You're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I just have to have an idea. Add more white. This is... With this explanation... what? I can't read, Mari. You read for me.
But this exclamation...
Exclamation. Thank you. Thank you, Mari. I appreciate it. Dr. Mari. I shouldn't say that. You're like Kenji. You can't see.
Whoa. Dude.
What? You're Kenji. That's crazy.
Well, I'll push you off a roof.
With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow.
Yeah, I dream like that too, fans.
Despite the impossibility of a mixing color that could change the seasons or any other nonsense that is being imposed upon me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born in the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down in the paving and just looking at her work. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. She's done nothing. She's just instructed him, and she's just instructing him how to mix paints, and then she's like, "Okay, I'm done for the day." That's it. That's all we need. I feel slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of the other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall and adding new shapes. When I imagine to produce the passable mixture of paint, her rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words then discussing paint mixtures, neither of us say a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using a weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there was some need to converse words and breathe in sounds. Oh my god, she's done like 2 things. We stay late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Boom 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 boom.
That's the night music.
That's the Katawa Shoujo music. Sound of an alarm pulls me out of a stressful slumber into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the
that opens up into a square.
What did you just say?
I said I love one eye that opens up to a square.
That's how eyes work. What? Are you telling me that that's not how your eyes work?
No.
You don't see squares?
You know everything you see is a circle, right?
I'm pretty sure it's square. I like how you're not arguing with me, you're just allowing it to exist.
I'll bury you in a square, don't
I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, and gathering my energy to rise up while making excuses as to why I haven't already haven't. Really? Honestly, I wouldn't mind lying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock has still not faded, I think.
Real.
Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications that I put in the old soccer clothing. Next to my old soccer clothing. Oh. Shut up. Shut up. I hate that. I hate that that was a lyric to a song. That was a real lyric to a song.
But you made it a thing. Added it to the list.
Thanks to my condition, I was exempt from taking part in gym classes at Yamako, so I didn't get any issue. I didn't get issued with a gym outfit.
Same.
I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get some new life this way, a bit like me. It seems a bit stupid to me, really, but I suppose this is at least I can tell the nurse honestly that I am doing something about my health. I just got a notification on my phone about my birthday showing up soon. Thank you, Google. I'm glad that you know when my birthday is.
Thanks, Google.
Not that I was ever much of a runner to begin with. It can't hurt to try, I guess. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present on the track. Not just that, but it's a face that I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely. What is English? Like a half mechanical gazelle. And what was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being as they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter somebody who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape is a mere happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems like my former assailant noticed me on the last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. What did I give her voice? What was her voice?
It was slightly preppy, but not as preppy as the deaf girl's friend.
Okay. Good morning. Your name is Asao, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't believe you.
I think it was a bit more like Ara Ara.
Ara? What? That's not Ara Ara.
Yeah, you said she has an Ara Ara voice.
No, that was Lily.
No. Lily was like posh preppy girl, posh girl. Lily was posh lady.
She grins, seemingly pleased with what she remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for the moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, as long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose it'll be fine. Great! I'm not so sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying that I don't look like a spy? No, it's just more of a relief. I was just afraid that he would have somebody to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost about the track. So why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track!
Shoujo pose.
Jojo pose. Jojo pose. I see that you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's a good exercise, you know. I think that as much activity is probably out of the question for me. No, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you know. It's true, I never really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found in the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hassao. Oh my gosh, she got so close.
Whoa.
She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too.
Dude, she's breathing on you.
Hey Mari.
What?
Should I... I feel bad now. Should I go back and give you back that yes?
No? Why?
No, I'm going back now.
No! I'll kill you.
She laughs suddenly. Heck,
I kind of do love her though. But
okay, I'm going back.
we've picked one girl, we're going for it.
Yeah, we're going for Hanako first. Then we can do whatever you want next.
Yeah.
Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs.
Haha, get it?
That was hilarious.
So funny.
As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Well, that's like cheating.
I love walking on rubber.
She's literally cheating, though. Let's go! So we
How do
both
you
take
walk
off
on
around the track.
elastic?
What?
I love walking on elastic bands.
I immediately see what she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly through, throwing herself into the run and a sort of wild and wild abandon?
Yeah, wild abandon.
What does that
means
mean?
like running freely and without care.
Oh. If only I knew English. I found myself concentrating more on running properly. Frankly, I don't remember if there is any particular form for running, but I can't help but feel like I'm doing it wrong somehow. I feel awkward in comparison to Emmy, who never seems to break stride. Ellipses. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today and a slow walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice that I've stopped until she passes me the second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast with my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in a very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to be doing a lot of smiling. Well, it's an important thing that you get started, right? Next time you have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great!
Forever and ever
and ever. Poor SpongeBob. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I'll keep that in mind. But I don't think right now is going to get... I'm going to get ready for class, shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs inconcertedly.
Whoa, her hair's floating.
Her head is always floating.
Her hair is floating.
Nah,
Whoa.
I've got plenty of time. Nah, I've got plenty of time. Does that shit not work?
What is that voice?
Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine.
Laughing to, are you sure?
See you later, Hisao. I don't even know how I did that voice. Yeah, see ya. Apart from feeling more tired than before, I don't really think I've accomplished anything today. So out of shape, it's embarrassing. The whole thing might be a waste of time. I'll find out some way. I head back to the dorms and wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long hot shower. I'm tired of all the running, but I want to unwind, and I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyways, I dry myself off and then get out of the stall and put on my clothes. But out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming, radiating malice intent, and I burst through the fog. Sup? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that.
He wanted to peek.
I've been looking all over for you, over the place for you, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been really looking for me like that, stark naked, but I hold my tongue back. I finally realize that I am naked too, and I quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad that he is like perpetually seeing through fog?
Dude, wearing a mask and glasses is the worst thing.
I love it. I love it so much.
They fog off so much.
I don't
I'm
know.
like, well,
I have no idea where my glasses are, actually. I'll be right back.
You gonna look for them? Just you. You wearing a wife beater? Why do they call it that? Do you beat your wife? Oh no. I love that this dude's just butt-ass naked and totally chill about it. I love that this dude just walked up on you in the shower that goes completely normal.
That's how it normally goes.
Is that what dudes do?
Look, see?
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Don't fucking
Did you put on a shirt?
No, this is what I've been wearing the whole time.
No, you literally have not been.
This is what I've been wearing the whole time.
God, stop trying to gaslight me.
Bro, you're tweaking. That's crazy.
You're actually trying to gaslight me right now.
I'm not even gaslighting you. What the fuck does that even mean? Are you making up words now?
Shut the fuck up.
You know, your room, and yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts on an innocent face.
I just
and
walked up on you naked in the shower. Give me some money.
He's not naked. He's wearing a leaf.
He's a Greek statue. He's wearing a leaf.
Oh my god, dude. Kenji, canonically, is Adam.
Oh my god. Who is it?
and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's transparent as a window paned glass. Window paned glasses. Talking
But his
neutrally
glasses
like
are
this,
fogged up
wearing
right now,
nothing,
so-
nothing feels awkward. Actually, somehow it seems even more awkward to be naked in front of someone than when they can't see me being naked. To say nothing of the fact is he's naked as well. I try to brush off the feeling with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? He's depressed. Can't you just give it to me? And because I have a good I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower.
Because he's showing you his
Jesus
pee-pee,
Christ.
so give him money.
I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't that the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense, as if it's the thought that counts. I should withhold payment since his thoughts are so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me that they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. Can I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I could give you some, but you have class. Don't you? You don't have time for a pizza. And what about you?
Dude, isn't it like early morning?
I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it.
I love
It's
8
not
a.m.
easy. You have to
Dude, he's
obtain the
fully
pizza
audible.
stealthily. If you don't, everybody will see you and the pizza, and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everybody wants a piece, and if you're left
a
pizzaless in
money
the
world
unforgiving
out
world, it's happened before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance, so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. I love Kenji so much. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen, please. You're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far.
He's just Shoujo posing with his dick out.
That's the only way to do it. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something. Standing? Maybe wandering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky. Like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces, but make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him, and he's trying to keep up momentum. I'll go with that, even if it's more likely that he doesn't hear me. It's like in the openings of some sort of anime show. You know how there's always that part where some main dude is fighting his rival, and then they fly at each other and clash swords, and then there's this big dramatic colored auras and zoom? It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need the money, please. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week.
Well, that wasn't
God.
depression. That was
fucking
anxiety.
hurt my throat. Oh,
You're doing so good.
I need a drink.
Go.
Ugh.
Have some honey.
No, it's an even better
What?
drink.
Do not drink alcohol.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
Well, that's not good for your throat.
It's good for my throat.
It's absolutely not.
It's okay. It's better than the eggnog I was drinking.
Whoa, did you have bad nog?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Bad nogs. Somebody said that to me the other day. I was like, what?
Don't fucking ever speak to me again.
Cool. I'll just go. Bye.
Bye. Kenji winches and makes a noise like a dying cow, a particularly disturbing fact given the basin is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. You know what the male porn stars only make about half of what the female porn stars make?
What?
That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I'm a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda.
Connor would know. He has a lot of followers.
Oh my god. And you can't even spot me with your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody.
I'm gonna break his glasses.
Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place?
Yep.
This feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff is important. I guess. Oh my god, he talks so much.
I want to actually break his glasses.
It hurts my existence to speak for him. I can see that you don't really give a shit, but it's serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy. No, make no mistake. You make them lightly. You take them lightly, and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere.
It's still happening, but naked.
How do you wake up in the morning if somebody stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things.
Oh my god.
I thought you just said you don't take them lightly. Well, I mean, I don't take them lightly for big things, and individually they're not a threat, but if there was some kind of war, like a big war, the men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly.
Boys.
And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, now it's on, motherfuckers. You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building there. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that thing on Earth. Someone would notice a big forces of women with only in it. Who said it was on Earth?
Oh
I turn away from Kenji, start practicing frowning faces in a mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown is best expressed in my emotions. He can't see me from this distance away. Which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting about and without any regard to censor sensibility.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's this world war going on. A war that not many know about. It's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all of the world known world. Then we will have to pick up sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, the bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought the cause was silly. Then I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the power went out for the feminist raid, I thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I give up, all would be over, and I was like, whoa, and I knew that I had to get serious, because I'm the last sane man in this insane world. It's about duty.
Clearly, he did not come here for blindness. He came here for schizophrenia.
This is schizophrenia. Must be a pretty crappy movement if all the one hinges on one naked guy ranting in the bathroom to another naked guy. So can I have the money? He's blocking the way out and getting a cold and it's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class. I agree and spot him the money. Awesome, dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yes, the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. I should wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes and a pastel green with flower accents? There are bowling clothes? Maybe.
Wow, that's so camp.
Bowl these nuts. Lick my balls.
Forgot Ben was here.
I fucking hate Ben. I despise Ben.
God, he was here.
He forgot he was here and then out of nowhere, lick my balls.
Ben, shut the fuck up.
Anyway, you had better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? In stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate what that means. I don't know, I just have to get to class and you're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry, yeah, I didn't want to hold you up. I just have stuff to do to myself. The time has come. Time for what? I was just saying. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going to, and what does this mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I have to be alone, or else I can't go. The pressure. Okay, what if
He's
somebody else
P-shy.
comes in?
Real thing.
I'll think of something. I give him my practice frown and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Either way, anyway. So I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity passed since I woke up. That is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer with the time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue and frustration and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up, and then my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is a good reason for Annie to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early either. What? Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside the hallway, and it's Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako? Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and short collar as if it was of some importance to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me.
Yep.
What? Why'd you say yeah?
Just, yeah.
What'd you say yeah?
Just,
No, take it back.
okay, no.
No, take that back. Give me back the yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks. She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize
Whoa, oh no, you this girl? Whoa.
I'm killing Mari. I'm killing Mari tonight.
Cause get it? Cause your head is right above, okay.
I realize that silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Hasao, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she still thinks it's suspicious. I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell too big of a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to come in only just before the bell rings or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think that we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today then, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is actually a good thing. I think so, anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for the event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today. Hi! Misha pops into the room as with Shizune as if on cue, shouting the loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hey, Chan. Hi. She's signing. I have to let her.
You have to wait. Good, wait.
She's still signing. Calm down.
Yeah, bro.
Look at the class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's word of the use of the word look. Good morning. Of course you're not the representative of this class, right? Right? I'm not. Lily seems a little bit more guarded with her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realize that Lily might actually not know that Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she might be talking to Misha, and knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that's actually talks. I don't know why. I can't speak.
You're okay. This is good practice.
Damn. How Damn, how complicated. I decide to help Lily out on my own and for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You're here even earlier than us. Oh my god. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily and why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though. Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the belief of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, that's a good thing to hear. We have to talk. You know, I really like Shizune.
Yeah.
I like having these breaks of talking.
It's good, you know. So they're like a package deal or something.
These two? Yeah.
You can't romance one without the other.
Well, you can.
I feel like having with a package deal seems more funny.
You can get them both.
Both.
Yeah, if you want to ruin everything.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it though. I don't think you'll get there. Not yet.
The
No.
festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projects and budget reports and their events, even the first years, except for you.
What is with you and weird noises today?
That's how she laughs. I've literally made her laugh something different every time.
Yeah, but that's how you came on the phone to me initially today.
It was funny because you like were just sitting here muted and I came in and just went
Proper scared me.
There is some time in hand. There's some time to hand it in, isn't there? Oh my god. I don't like that.
Today! The deadline is today! You're clearly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it on my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline, please extend it.
Yes, that was me. Planning something on the scale is not a small task, and a week is too little time frame to expect a whole class to work on such a complex issue completely.
I don't think I like Misha.
You don't like Misha?
No.
Why?
Don't.
She's talking for Shizune.
Yeah, but like, I don't like them as a package deal.
You want to know it? Do you want to know it's harder than disturbing the funds for one's class event? Handing in the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me.
Misha puts her hands on her lips and stands up straight. Wow, she is getting really into this role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Asao, it's all right. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If it's about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think that I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. I think I need a new chair.
Why?
It just not comfy.
Oh, it's your
I want
bum
a comfy.
Bro, you have a chair?
Shut up, Ben.
Ben, I did not hear a word.
Wait,
of
wait,
that.
wait, Ben, you have a room?
I don't
Oh.
have a chair.
Wait,
wow.
Ben, you have a chair?
You have a chair?
Do you have a chair?
Ben, you have stuff at that apartment where you don't live?
That was the best one. That was the best one. You got him.
Got him, I go home.
Right, I'm homeless.
Move in, Ben.
Ben, what the fuck, Ben?
Then, can I have it, please?
She's in a. She might not have it at her this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess words must have gotten around that now that she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This is just gets better and better.
Am I watching Mean Girls right now?
It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it at being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to the school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for being sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't. And she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy for the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. They could possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class. Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts sighing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with this attitude? I said that it's not something that should be delegated away. And you are the class representative, aren't you? Tell me the names of the 2 students and they will have your job if you can't even handle something as simple as yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I am supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune know how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other, and that much is clear, but this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has enough and is already ready to push back. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to finish all your students' council duties quickly as you can. Track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? This seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. Oh my god. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right, the difference between us is heaven and hell. It is not hard to guess which one you might represent. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity, which not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Hachan, don't slack off either. What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hachan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more and make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. I'm gonna say cut me some slack.
Yeah. Justice for Lily. She's one of my favourites.
Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? It's not like I've done much, even if I wanted to. That's right, you shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it as his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, and so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, and you're being unreasonable with both of us. Excuses, Miss Class Rep. There's plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Ugh. Yeah, but I said back then I'm not sure if I don't have the time. I don't have the time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and if that's what she wants, whatever, forget it. I turn my back to them. Lily class is going to be starting soon, so we can talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I can feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she has ever been ignored with such a blunt manner. Thank you, Hisao. I'll be leaving now. She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen all week and turns her heels to make her exit. As soon as Lily walks out the door, I suddenly feel like feeling reluctant about turning my face to Shizune. I can feel her eyes burning onto my back, and I can't bring myself to look at her. She must be furious. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is wanting too much. In the end, I go back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footsteps as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely at the back of the classroom.
Why did you turn into weird Forrest Gump?
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, the class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do despite having to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I am not feeling as enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud, and the teacher hasn't said anything for over 7 minutes, instead of opting to cover the board in rows and rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clacking of the chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry. Maybe I have nothing to do, so I say for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave anyway, so I don't have to deal with the crowding in the hallways. I know that Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone other than from another class. Shizune is shining so fast that her hands make noise and the swords cutting through the air. Maybe this is her pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like there's serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle and Misha struggles to spit out a word form. Sometimes she trips over herself and like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that she has to sign back anything the girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired and she's about to faint. Luckily for her, her business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. Why? I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head limply in her desk and looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect the door is closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this class seem to be taking the festival seriously, whether I see people idling around before and after classes. Oh my god. They're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me at first and then trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end she starts signing out without either. Misha perks up looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She sighs with harsh and heavy dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing to speech for me. She does it so well that it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Must have practiced it vigorously.
Well, of course, we're the student council, you know. We're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We should shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws, or I think that was in Crumbuses? No, nothing that makes that the festival is short of is perfect. Shizune passionate in speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello.
I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden between the door.
Hey, plain delinquent again?
Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even as if it was only in jest. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, at the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako?
Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sutao. She came by this morning, though.
Hanako seems looking uneasy at Shizune, who stares back at her with a usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away. She is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrifying Hanako it would be. It is only uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems.
Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working for the festival project, and who knows where that woman is loitering at.
Do you need to find her? She was looking for you this morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering a simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if is it proper to answer such a question.
Yeah.
I can come with you, if that's okay. Hanako nods fractionately, still on guard, and her shoulders stiff like wood. I get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has really troubled expression, and she seems to wear almost constantly, one that makes me constantly be on guard myself. I wonder why. I kind of understand why she is always seems to be so wary, or maybe more like why there could be another person like her. But I still have no idea how I should act around a person. It's dinner time soon. Are you planning to eat with Lily? She nods slightly. So she must have been trying to get to the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd, just like the cafeteria is crowded during lunch. It's not bad. It's not as bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. I pick up my bag and take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down and match her speed. It doesn't take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway. It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together, something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing, though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach of me. I guess she's... What?
I said she's not coming next to you because you got cooties.
I've got cooties. My throat is starting to hurt.
Oh no.
I think we might have to stop soon.
We can stop at 1.
What's up? Oh, in 5 minutes?
Can you hold out for 5 minutes?
No.
Oh, okay.
I guess she's still a little uncomfortable around me, given how shy she is. There doesn't seem to be much in helping it, at least for now. By the time we arrive at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. Hanako's head sinks even lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? Just at the library. I was reading. So she does spend the classes she skips at the library. So not exactly a thorough search then. Well, if I had to guess, she'd either be in her own class like Shizune said, right? Right. With the slightest of nods, Hanako agrees with my reasoning. God, she's being so awkward. It's like I need double-layered silk gloves with padding even to begin interacting with her. Some small talk might help her become a bit more used to me. It isn't hard to tell that the silence between us is hovering at the edge of both of our minds. So you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expected from her answer, nor why I even asked the question. That much I would rather obnoxious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate any social circle either, so I suspect that Lily might well be her only friend. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives me a sharp reflective nod, comparing Lily's careful thought about her actions and speech. Hanako hastens to make her answers as prompt and short as possible. Lily comes by the classroom, though, even when she's busy. She gives a small smile as she says it, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more. Both of us content that the discussion reached an end. As we ascend the stairs back into the lobby, we're met with a group of students heading downstairs like a school of fish moving from one feeding area to another. They seem to be keeping mostly to themselves, but before I can notice her doing so, Hanako has moved around behind me. Hey, are you alright? Just keep going. The students pass us without much of a second glance, and Hanako takes up a position to my side again as we enter the building, her momentary reprieve from her anxiety all but snatched away. Even as we climb towards the 3rd floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It isn't as if I've ever known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems to be pretty far beyond what I'd call normal in her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily acting as a demeanor... what? As a... whatever. I can't read.
Words are hard.
I doubt Hanako could have even been able to walk beside me like this. It seems to completely shut down the presence of others. The rest of the walk up to Lily's classroom continues in strained silence while I rue her inability to socialize at all.
Oh, rue, what a word.
After we make our way up the stairs, I notice the noise from Lily's classroom is audible from halfway down the hallway. I wasn't expecting such a din at all. Well, I guess we found her.
Jeez, what
This
is
wasn't-
that picture?
I love that picture. Look at him. He has buck teeth.
Sit.
This wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first when coming back here? I wonder. Well, if that's true, then at least she's starting to trust me a little bit. That can only be a good thing. Eventually, the two of us reach the door to class 3-2 with Hanako less than subtly positioning herself behind me. I open the door. Inside is a hive of activity, seemingly every student in the class talking at once as they work hurriedly on their separate tasks. Going by the paint cans, decorations, and banners being made, it must be for the upcoming school festival. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. There. Finding her amongst the din is surprisingly easy, not at the least because of her looks. With a couple of the students gathered around her, she stands at the front of the class. She seems to be in charge of the preparations, or at least busy organizing them. Carefully negotiating a path through the various students hunched over the floor for the lack of desk space. I raise a hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. She perks up her head as she breaks off talking to a notably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen to the best she can. Sorry, who? Sorry, Hasao. I have Hanako too. Hi. She's pretty skittish considering the number of people around, but it isn't too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment to pause to assess the situation before turning to the other students once again. For the moment, just ask Moria for his advice. Kenji's busy with the painting of one of the banners already. A quick nod as she bounces off, fingers carefully sliding along the wall's fence for orientation. Wait, Kenji? That Kenji? I quickly turn about, leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in the corner of the room, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His eyes remain only inches from the brush, reminding me of how close he had to be to make out my face when I met him. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have many students with even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's right. Class 3-2 is especially for students with poor vision. Preparing for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. Need a hand? I could give you some help if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind on something could do her good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She quickly nods in affirmation afterwards, so I'm confident I made the right move. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. Ah, that's good. That might actually get finished before everybody goes off to dinner now. Would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him to do, but nobody else can help. Kenji? Sure. She seems surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. I take it you've met? Our rooms in the dorm are right next to each other. It's hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good that you see you're getting friends so fast. Friend. I wonder if that's the right word to use for him.
More like
Hanako's silence during the proceeding. What?
He's just your local crazy.
I love him. Hanako's silence during the proceedings remind me of the reason I put her up to helping in the first place. Well, I'll go help him. He knows what he needs doing, right? That's right. I just ask if you have any problems.
Do you want to pause here?
I want to. I don't want to talk for him right now.
Before Kenji starts friggin' never shutting up.
Okay. Alrighty.